All right, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. It is 7:30 on this Friday. We have a really cool guest.
We do, yeah, we do.
Minutes.
And it's not just Amanda. Let's get to Maria, though, with the forecast first.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about the heat, even up into the mountains as we take a live look outside. This is our Mount Wilson camera. You can see a lot of sunshine, not too much of a breeze, really. So that is also adding that fact to the discomfort and the heat and the problems that we are encountering here with this dangerous heat wave. High pressure is in control of our weather. It has pushed to the east just a little bit, enough to where we're not really seeing as much in the way of those showers and convective activity. But that high is strengthening, moving just a little bit closer to us over the next couple of days. So we're still looking at some really hot temperatures today, tomorrow through Sunday, and then that high will start to weaken again. And we're talking about Monday, you'll notice if you're at the coast, but Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll get a little brief relief or reprieve from the really extreme heat before it re-strengthens by the end of next week. So we do have those heat advisories and extreme heat warnings in effect. Areas shaded in this pink color here is what we're talking about, really the very high risk, major risk for heat-related illness. Harmful levels of ozone, too, for portions of LA County out towards the valleys and the foothill communities. So another reason to stay indoors. If you're headed to the beach for some relief along the coast, 4 to 7 foot sets. So some dangerous rip currents and higher surf rolling in. 82 in Inglewood today, to that 116 in Indio. I'll send it back to you, too.
Thank you so much, Maria. Our next guest has been walking for close to 100 days.
Walking. And not just that, he started on one coast and will end at the other. We're talking 3,000 miles. Isaiah Thomas, better known as Humble Zay, began his walk in Philadelphia back in March and has logged nearly 3,000 miles. His next step, right here in California.
Love it.
No, y'all, it's day 1.
It's day 2.
It's day 3.
Day 4, y'all, day 4.
Listen, man, we made it to Ohio. We made it to Indiana. We finally made it to Illinois, man. Now we in Missouri. It's day 75. I'm live from Kansas. It's day 76. It's day 78. Day 82. Day 88. Day 93 to walk from Philly to Cali. Colorado, what's up?
Oh, wow. Incredible. Humble Zay has been live streaming nearly every step on Twitch as he works toward raising $200,000 for a planned trade school in Philadelphia. He's walking and talking to us this morning.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. Wow, I'm glad we can make this happen. Okay, so first things first, tell us how this all began.
It all began me coming from Philadelphia. I grew up as an entrepreneur, opened up multiple stores at the age of 23. I employed a lot of youth in the city of Philadelphia, and I just understood, the problem coming from the inner city on why a lot of kids, lose their life to gun violence or, get caught up in just like the system and things like that. And I decided I wanted to make a change. So back in February, I had took some kids to Disney World. I had did a walk. I had did a walk from Philadelphia to Virginia, and I took some kids to Disney that never left the city of Philadelphia. And just seeing the joy in those kids' faces, it brought tears to my eyes. And I realized that, I didn't just want to make it a one-moment thing, but how can I help these kids have a better future? And me just understanding and, losing a lot of friends from the city of Philadelphia, I understood that a lot of these kids just need an environment and an opportunity. So I decided that, I was going to walk across the country, bring awareness to this trade school, and just try to put these kids in a better environment and bring awareness and just show them that anything is possible nowadays. And, just instilling that hard work and, whatever you do, whatever you want to do, you could do it. A lot of these kids are suffering with a lot of mental health and things like that. And I just wanted to be that example for these kids nowadays.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you're motivated, obviously. You have a purpose, and you're obviously an incredible role model to do what you're doing. Talk to us about how the journey's been going and your little setup. You're pushing a cart, right? What is your setup? What do you have there with you?
Yeah, so I know I push a cart, and I got like my Starlink. I got my battery pack. Right now, we actually on like a road that's bumpy, so I had to switch to my phone right now. So this is my streaming phone.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
that's your stream, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my streaming phone. So we got people watching live on TikTok, Twitch, and things like that. And
commenting.
yeah, we got like 3,000 people watching, I think. Like,
Woohoo! Hey.
yeah. So
Hi, everybody.
You have quite the audience and people who've been, following you with your journey. You've actually run into a few people who've followed with you and they've said hi to you as you've been walking.
yeah, for sure. It's been a blessing. There've been so many different people that have been helping me. This journey just been super amazing. A lot of great people going to the Navajo Nation, especially in Arizona. It was beautiful. They treated me amazing. It was a lot of different, people helped me along the way.
So we just got a shot of you walking and those big rigs just zooming past you. It's obviously quite dangerous what you're doing. And you actually got hit by a car. I'm so sorry to hear that you had to be hospitalized. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I got hit by a car in Richmond, Indiana. This was day 34. I'm currently on day 121. And, during that time period,
Oh,
My gosh.
yeah, everybody was trying to figure out how, the doctors, the police, they like, yo, how you don't got no major injuries? And I'm like, it's a blessing, yeah.
Isaiah,
The car that was telling me.
wow.
we actually reported on that. I remember this happened, did this happen back in April where you got hit?
April, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, April, around like May or April.
Oh my gosh.
And then you've had things thrown at you. I saw a few days ago, a trucker threw something at you.
Terrible.
Yep, yeah. It's been a lot of crazy things going on this journey. But it's been a blessing to keep going and having a strong support system and God on my side.
You have a giant sign, I think, right? Like lets people know what you're up to so they're aware you're not just aimlessly wandering, you have a purpose.
Yeah, for sure. I got a Philly to California sign that says like, what I'm doing and things like that and what I'm building.
Unbelievable.
And Isaiah, this has a purpose. This is about the journey, but this is also for a lot of young people to see never give up. Dream big, keep going, even when times get tough, even when things get hard.
Yes. I believe that, I'm stuck like in between that generation where, we was taught like hard work. We was taught dedication. And
Yeah.
I'm 27, so it's like I was able to kind of be in the middle. A lot of young kids nowadays, they need to be reminded that if you work hard and you grind and you do what you need to do to get where you need to go in life. So that's like my mission and my statement right there.
Unbelievable. And you know what? You've been making it happen. And I saw how excited you were once you hit that California sign. So where are you going to be? When are you going to be? And where are you going to be here in California?
And when are you going to be inside our station?
Yeah, so I'm actually, I'll be in Needles. We crossing the Needles, California, the California sign on Monday. Monday morning. And we'll be in LA. Once I get to the California sign, then we'll drive over to LA. We have a big celebration going on.
Oh my
August
goodness.
1st also.
Oh, that's great. Well, you have to stop by our studio, please. We want to give you a big hug in person and welcome you to the West Coast.
And get our steps in with you around the block.
Yeah.
Besides California, what has been your favorite place that you've seen?
Navajo Nation, hands down.
Yeah,
It was
you
beautiful.
mentioned
Just a
that.
lot of history, a lot of people. They took off the turquoise off their wrist and gave it to me. It was a blessing.
Wow. Experiencing kindness too. That's important.
How are your shoes doing? Have you gone through a few pairs there?
Yeah, so Hoka actually sponsored me. They sent me about 15 pairs. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's right. Lifetime supply right there. You're wearing them out.
Yeah, lifetime supply.
Isaiah, thank you for taking some time on your walk to talk to us. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you're doing.
Truly.
Go give him a follow. Follow him along on his live stream. It's HMBLZAYY.
Humble Zay.
Twitch.tv/HumbleZay. Isaiah, thank you.
What a man, what a mission.
Please stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. We'll see you in LA. Oh my gosh, we'll see you in LA. What a man, what a mission.
I know.
And what a mind. Like, you have to have a really strong mind.
Because think about how, you're out there, you're alone on the road for miles and miles.
Listen, it's hard enough sometimes to take the dog out for a walk, okay? Now I'm going to think anytime I feel tired, I'm going to say, no, I'm going to think of Humble Zay. We're going to do a longer walk today with my dog.
You know, they say that the best way to see a city is by walking it, right?
Of course.
So he has really seen this country. He's taking a good close look.
Oh my gosh, all those states.
All the experiences.
The memory. Listen, I smell a movie. I smell a show. I smell a memoir.
Book, all that, yeah.
And I smell entertainment. And it's sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Ladies, I'm looking at you, Roxy, because I know how you would react. Jen, I think you might be a little more understanding. Roxy, this is for you.
Okay.
The View is known for their disagreements, their discussions, and even their debauchery. Joy Behar going viral for greeting a guest a little too much.
Oh.
Good morning, Anson.
Welcome. No wonder Joy has been talking about you all morning.
You know something? I'm old, but I'm not dead.
Wow.
Exactly how I thought you'd react. Now imagine that's your husband.
Oh, no way.
I knew it. So Anson Mount was the guest promoting Star Trek Strange New Worlds. He is married. Joy is married. You know, you heard her say, I'm old, but I'm not dead after their intimate greeting. So he discreetly tried to remove her lipstick from his mouth, but it was a little bit of a bit. Joy's husband, Steve, texted her afterwards during the show saying, cut that out. And as for his wife, Dara, who they got married in 2018, she thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, right? Of course.
I'm going to say something, and I'm saying this just because I think it's important to note. He's 53. Joy Behar is 83. I think women would feel a little differently if Joy Behar was 23.
For sure.
I also think, and this is just me, you know, maybe the trolls are getting into my head. But if this were the other way around.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
People were commenting that.
Right?
If this was a woman guest and a man kissed her.
Imagine the outrage.
There would be some serious outrage.
There would be. But this is because in society, for the most part, women have been the majority of getting assaulted and harassed, and that's why it is the way that it is. And that's why I say about the younger woman versus the elderly woman, seasoned woman, is because for the most part the stereotype
like
is
a free pass.
a younger woman steals your man versus rarely it's an older woman stealing a man. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but there's that trope that it's the he's going to leave me for a younger woman.
I do wonder if part of this was staged. If she had put a little bug in his ear, like, hey, I'm going to go in for a kiss. Is that okay?
They've met before. She's interviewed him before.
Yeah.
You can't just like randomly meet someone and do that.
I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
You can.
Yeah.
No, but also, they had to have kind of talked about this, because I also think it's really disrespectful to their spouses. Like, I don't care about the age difference. I could see his wife.
It's so funny. You know, you texted me yesterday and you asked me how my husband was doing because we mentioned my ex-boyfriend in our 11 a.m. hour.
From high school, by the way.
From high school. From high school.
I said, has he recovered?
Oh, yeah. You know, like, and it was funny. And I mentioned that to him when he got home. And he goes, what? He forgot what we were talking about.
But that was high school.
Yeah, that was my high school. Right. That's true. So raise your hand if you would be mad if your husband did that.
I mean, how many hands? Like, I'll raise everything. Yes.
I would not.
She's sitting there with her legs.
I would not be mad.
Let me borrow your hand. Let me borrow your hand.
I don't think I would be that
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit for TV.
Yeah. I get that. I know it's not like
I feel fully confident in saying that Joy Behar is not going to steal my man. So I'm not worried about it.
So she's not a threat.
She's not a threat.
What if Amanda did it?
Okay,
but she's a friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Wow, way to make it like, what if Amanda did it?
What if Amanda did it?
What if you did it?
Yeah, what if
she knows I wouldn't?
Oh, and I would? You know what? We're going to have to talk about this in the commercial.
This is really gone sideways.
So, yeah, right? Last hour, we told you about a new bill in Congress that could ban phone calls on flights. So we asked you, who bothers you most on a flight? Wow. Okay. It looks like
It's the noisy neighbor.
What if someone has all these going for them? Right? Like,
blacklist.
right.
Yeah, that's right. Do not fly. The no-fly list.
No-fly list. Go to foxla.com/vote to let us know what you have to say. We got a few comments.
Oh, let's hear.
I love the comments.
Let's hear them.
Albert in Diamond Bar says, sitting close to a chatterbox person when you're trying to rest, you can hear them yap through your
It's
headphones.
horrible.
Yeah, that's bad,
I'm with you,
Albert.
Albert.
Tara in Beaumont, sitting next to dirty, stinky peeps is torture. Please, please shower for everyone's health. P.S. Sorry to everybody when
And
my
wear
kids were
deodorant.
little and noisy kids traveling. Yeah, and wear deodorant.
that
One more. Shauna in Temecula, not only stinky, but noisy eaters.
Oh,
licking
you
fingers,
know what?
slurping crumbs everywhere. No.
That's a thing. Like people who get enraged by mouth noises.
Oh, yeah.
That happened to me during
the-
COVID.
Or like the dry mouth there.
Oh, don't. I
See
hate
that will throw me into a tailspin.
But didn't you notice all of these
Kiss her man
things?
all you want, but start smacking your
Don't
lips.
smack your lips.
But seriously, didn't you notice like things like this during COVID? Like all of a sudden, your partner, you're like, have you always chewed this loud?
Right.
Why is this driving me nuts?
Right. Because
Do
you're
you
stuck,
always
because you're
clear
stuck in a
your
house
throat
with
like
each
that?
other.
Oh, yeah.
That's
All
why.
because I mean,
Ugh, I can't. Please, I love you like a sister, but I'll get violent. Let's go to
she'll throw hands.
Let's go to Stu and Skyfox.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This traffic's brought to us by Jacoby and Myers. We went out, took a look at that Annandale Animal Crossing, but we got some breaking news in the valley. So now we're headed back. The 101 freeway looking fantastic. Technically, we are in Calabasas, and it's moving along well, north and southbound. Last time we checked, though, those southbound lanes looked good all the way out to the 405. It's going to be a great drive indeed. Hot spots, we got them, and we love to share them. We're going to do that right now.
Jacoby & Myers has been protecting the hard-working people of California for over 50 years, and we've recovered more than $2 billion in settlements for our clients' injuries. If you've been injured in an accident, Jacoby & Myers will fight for the justice you deserve.
Did you guys, okay.
Welcome back. You know, Surf City is about to live up to its name. The U.S. Open of Surfing kicks off this weekend in Huntington Beach.
Coco is live with a preview of all the fun. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Huntington Beach. The waves look amazing, which is perfect because the U.S. Open of Surfing starts tomorrow. I am here with Will now, who is the World Surf League director. Happy to be here with you. So for people who haven't experienced this yet, what can they expect?
Yeah, the Lexus US Open of Surfing is one of the biggest surfing events on the planet, and it's one of the longest running. It's been running since the late 60s. We have 9 days straight of action all day. Starting with the World Longboard Championships. It's their first stop on the World Longboard Tour that goes towards crowning their world champion, followed by, that'll finish around Tuesday, and then from Wednesday to Sunday, we've run the Challenger Series event, which is over 150 of the best surfers in the world trying to earn their spot on the championship tour. Lots of surfing.
Yes, lots of surfing. Okay, so I'm not a surfer, but these waves look amazing to me. How do they look to you as a surfer?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of hurricanes out at sea, which is sending us some incredible waves. Huntington last year, we had really small waves, and this year, it's some of the best waves I've seen at Huntington. And I've been coming to this event for 6 or 7 years, so we're really excited. The surfers are frothing, and we can't wait for the action to begin tomorrow.
And what's great is there's a huge international showing for this competition, right?
Yeah, there's over 20 countries represented. We've got a strong Filipino contingent. We were just talking to the Tahitians and the Spanish and the Portuguese. I'm from Australia. There's a handful of Australians here as well. So yeah, it's a really exciting week with a really international field. And one of the things we're really excited about is this is a really family-friendly event. There's no fee to come and watch. You can park up on the beach and watch some of the best surfers in the world. Even if you don't know anything about surfing, it's really entertaining. They're so talented and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and you mentioned best surfers in the world. Who are some people that we should be watching out for?
Yeah, well, we've got to start with Huntington Beach's own Kanoa Igarashi. He's a Olympic medalist. He's from here. He's on the championship tour, and he's competing in front of his home crowd. He's one of the best to watch. I'm also excited to see Joanne DeFay. So Joanne's a championship tour surfer, and she just had a baby, and this is her first event back since having her baby last year. So we're really excited to welcome Joanne back to competition. Young guns, we've got Sky Brown, who's an Olympic medalist in skateboarding, but she's competing in the surf this week. So we're excited to see her, and I could go on and on because we've got over 200 surfers. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. We're going to be doing athlete signings. So if you want to come and get some autographs from your favorite surfers, make sure you get down here.
Love that. Thank you so much, Will, for talking to us. Sounds like a lot of fun, something that you should be part of. Like Will said, how many events can you find around Southern California that are free to get into? You can come, you can bring your kids, you can come alone. You're going to have a really good time. Even if you know nothing about surfing, it's really impressive to watch them here in Huntington Beach. I'll send it back to you.
Fun. So much fun.
Yeah, no better place. There we are.
Let's go to Maria. Talk a little bit about...
A lot of people are going to be headed to the beach, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, can you remind people because the sand gets really hot.
Oh, I hate that.
It does.
And isn't there a way to walk on the sand to where it's not going to burn the bottom of your feet off?
Yeah, with your shoes on.
You dig in. You kick the sand. It's called something. I have to look it up.
You're absolutely right about that. We will sometimes bring socks just to kind of help with that a little bit.
That's a good idea. I never even thought about that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, socks will help.
Sand socks. Do they make them specifically for the sand?
No, but we would just bring regular socks.
Just regular? Okay.
Yeah, that helps a little bit.
That's an idea.
But
Sand
definitely, especially when you have that long walk from the parking lot. Yeah.
There are sand socks this morning.
Yeah, no, of course they make them, but we just do our regular socks is okay. If you don't want to get on Amazon right now and try to get it here by the time you get to the beach. We do have some really hot temperatures here, as we have been talking about all week, so we want you to stay heat safe. If you are headed to other parts of the nation, maybe you're streaming us from portions of the Midwest, we are anticipating some severe weather there, pushing into parts of St. Louis, 74 degrees. We also have some rain that's near the Carolinas right now, 83 in Washington, D.C., 80 in New York City for that high temperature, 95 in Houston, getting some showers, remnants of Bertha as it moved across South Texas, 93 here for downtown L.A. Big area of high pressure in control. It is going to strengthen for the next couple of days, bringing us hot temperatures, weaken a little bit early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it's going to build back and could be even stronger as we get to the end of next week into the following weekend. So so more hot temperatures on tap. We do have these excessive heat alerts in place, extreme heat warnings for the inland areas, temperatures well into the 1-teens, especially for our desert communities. So you really want to limit your outdoor activities. We also have heat advisories here even closer to the coast and air quality alert in place. So we have a lot of smog in the atmosphere. The heat is just keeping all of that in, and there's not much wind to really blow around the atmosphere. So, yeah, that's another reason to stay indoors. If you are headed to the beach, we do have, as Coco was interviewing the head of the U.S. Surfing there in Huntington Beach, we do have some big waves rolling in, 3 to 6 feet for LA County, Ventura County beaches, and then out towards Orange County, maybe slightly bigger, especially on those south-facing beaches. 93 degrees in downtown LA today. There's that slight reprieve from the heat Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the upper 80s, and then it'll heat back up again. That's still above average, but perhaps not as hot as it has been. 116 in the low desert to that 118 tomorrow. All right, let's do some shout outs now. I think we have some time. Let's get to the happy 10th birthday to Dalton. Double digits. We love you so much, says Mom, Dad, and Avery. I love that photo of you, Dalton. And a happy birthday to amazing wife Kate. You are the best mom. To Luca, we love you so much, says Luca and Raphael. Beautiful. Your husband made sure that we got your name in there. Kate, here are the information. Here's the information for the email. You can email us your pics, TV shoutouts at fox.com. Don't forget to attach the photo and give us their name. Okay. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
An apartment house fire out in the Reseda area. You can see LA City Fire Department there on scene. That was the unit that was on fire. Two-story, older style apartment building. That ground floor, when LA City Fire arrived here, fully involved with flames. It did spread a little bit through the building into that attic way. Let's take a look at where it is exactly. That's going to be actually the corner of Etiwanda and Van Owen. The fact that that building in that center of all those other buildings made it difficult for ladder pipe to get water on it, so they had to fight that by pulling hoses through that complex and actually putting water on it. That one person, described as an elderly female, taken to a local hospital for smoke inhalation. A lot of the folks that live in this apartment building, they are out there. They are watching that progress that the LA City Fire Department is making. The fire officially not out yet. This isn't a common attic. We've seen fire pop up in a couple of extra spots out there. These guys definitely have their work cut out for them. And again, this is an apartment fire in the Reseda area. One civilian with injuries taken to a local hospital. Hopefully she will be okay. Maria, let's talk about some weather.
Yeah, luckily the winds are not a problem there, and hopefully she will be okay. Stu, thank you for that. Good morning to you on this Friday. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. We do have a little bit of a sea breeze along the coast, but other than that, unless you're right there on the sand, you're not really feeling the effects of a sea breeze. You're just feeling the heat, and even at this hour, it's really starting to heat up. We're already at 77 degrees in Ontario and Riverside, 76 in Corona, Big Bear at 67 degrees, 77 in Woodland Hills, to that 97 already, and it's only just after 8 o'clock in Palm Springs. High temperatures today will, of course, be well above normal, and it'll be even hotter than yesterday. 116 in the low desert areas like Palm Springs. We've got that extreme heat warning in effect for that major risk for heat illness. 105 in high desert areas. The mountains even in Big Bear, nearly 90 degrees later this afternoon with that slight chance for some showers. Downtown LA, 93 degrees, 105 in the valleys and the IE, even hotter than that in parts of the San Fernando Valley, like Woodland Hills, even 77 along the coast. And I know a lot of people are going to want to go to the beach because of the cooler water temperatures, but even that is slightly warmer than average. The heat risk is high today, like I said, very high to extreme depending on where you are, and it's going to stay with us through the weekend. So you're going to try to find ways to stay cool. Very dangerous heat out there. Samada's got all the details on how else you can stay safe on days like this, right, Samada?
Oh, that's right, and it is so critical to continue to understand and know your body. If the heat becomes too overwhelming, get indoors in some place air conditioned right away. And other options, of course, to keep you cool. We have your beach forecast. A lot of people, it's the weekend, it's Friday, and we've got this for you. It's even warm for the beach under heat advisories from Huntington Beach, and Maria pointed out Huntington Beach already currently at 71 degrees with a higher humidity levels. Swells are coming in the west as well as the south, and look at that, 3 to 6 footers from Ventura County to LA County. Higher sets for OC and San Diego, 5 to 7 feet there, but in the water temperatures are in the 60s and 70s, and on the sand nearing 80s. There is a beach hazard statement in place through Sunday, so you want to be extra careful due to the fact that we're going to be dealing with dangerous rip currents as well. Those swells, what's helping to elevate them is Hurricane Fausto with wind speeds of 105 miles an hour. It's currently at a Category 2 hurricane. And temperature, sea surface water, look at that, 70s, really nice and comfortable. And due to the warmer than normal sea surface temperatures, it's also increasing the humidity. So beach areas, if you live in a beach home, we understand there is no air conditioning. So we're going to help you out with some information on some cooling centers coming up. Look at our heat wave checklist. Make sure you hydrate with a lot of water. At least 2 to 4 glasses of water per hour is what is recommended. Take breaks from the sun, lather on the sunscreen. Air conditioning is going to be your best friend. And check on your friends, your family, your pets, and never leave kids or pets inside vehicles. And those cooling centers, here's a closer look. I know there's a lot of information on the screen there, but LA County, you call 211. For LA City, 311. They'll hook you up with information on those local cooling centers. We do have Orange County, Riverside, and San Bernardino, as well as Ventura County, information on where you can go to get free air conditioning. And they also provide water, restroom, just a really nice place to cool off. And again, stay cool during this heat wave, dangerous one at that. And we just talked to Coco. Great opportunity to go to the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach. That's to cool off and be entertained at the same time.
Great idea.
all of it in one place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so happening today, the preliminary hearing for singer David is entering a 4th day.
Let's go to Mario right now with the latest from the courthouse there in downtown LA. What can we expect today, Mario?
Yeah, Roxy and Jen, we've been here all week, and that decision could come as early as today. A judge could decide if David will stand trial in the murder of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We're expecting more testimony to get underway in about an hour and a half after prosecutors yesterday spent the day laying out more evidence. DNA, they say, links Celeste to the Hollywood Hills home and the Tesla registered in David's name. Now, this was a guy who had a global audience. He was building his career, highly admired at the time. Take a listen.
The guy that I listened to, the guy that I admired, it's just not what I imagined. There was a darker side to him.
Now, Thursday's testimony focused heavily on DNA and other forensic evidence. We heard from an LAPD DNA analyst who testified that Celeste's DNA profile developed from a clipping of one of her toenails, matched suspected bloodstains that were found in both the rear trunk of David's Tesla and on items inside the garage of that Hollywood Hills home. Prosecutors presenting evidence involving that blue inflatable pool found inside the garage that we've been talking about throughout the proceedings. An LAPD criminalist testifying that 3 small pieces of blue plastic recovered from Celeste's remains physically fit holes in that pool, and they described the matches as being like jigsaw puzzle pieces. The testimony, we know at times it's been graphic, difficult for Celeste's family to hear and watch, and we talked with TMZ about that.
And so they're trying to balance, obviously they want to be there to be supportive in Celeste's memory. They want to see justice for her, and they in some sense want to face her alleged murderer and let him know that they are there to make sure that justice is done. But they also have to, for their own, just well-being, for their wellness, sort of pace themselves, as you put it, as to what they're exposing themselves to.
Now, prosecutors have also pointed to a possible financial motive throughout the preliminary hearing, arguing Celeste's death could have been an attempt to protect David's career and the millions of dollars tied to his success. The 21-year-old pleading not guilty to all charges, including first-degree murder. His attorneys said he did not kill Celeste and was not responsible for her death. So today we're expecting that testimony to continue, starting with the medical examiner. It's set to get underway here at 9:30 this morning. We'll be tracking all of that for you. For now, live downtown. We'll send it back to you, Roxy.
Mario, tremendous amount of interest in this case. You've seen a number of TikTokers, I guess streamers, podcasters who've entered this lottery to get in. We know that somebody was kicked out of the courtroom yesterday for sending information out there in real time during the hearing. Has that changed how the courtroom is being handled maybe today?
Exactly. We talked about this for just a bit yesterday. One of the public members who gained a seat, one of 10 through that court lottery system, apparently she was on a laptop updating a Google document during the proceeding, and that Google document was being live transmitted outside the court. The information was being posted online as the hearing was happening. So she was told to leave the courtroom for the day. From what we know, no indication that that's changing how things operate, but the judge giving everybody another warning to follow these rules, and I'm sure everybody inside the courtroom being a lot more careful about the information and how it's being shared.
And we have heard several days of testimony, and at this point, so much information has come out. What would you say stood out so far the most?
I mean, there's really been several details each day of this preliminary hearing, and again, we're expecting more here for day 4. Some of the most interesting pieces of information, the LAPD criminalist or forensic scientist who testified how they use that luminol-based chemical, that special chemical known as Blue Star, to find even the tiniest traces of blood, not visible to the naked eye. It glows under low light in a bright blue color, and that's how they were able to find some of the blood in the home and inside that Tesla. Also, some of the alleged purchases made through an alias like chainsaws and cadaver bags, and let's not forget about the fact that Celeste's parents, her father and stepmother, have been inside the courtroom each day for this preliminary hearing. To have something like this happen and then to have to relive every single detail throughout this court hearing process, I mean, that our hearts go out to them.
Yeah, for sure. It is a tough case, that's for sure. Mario, thank you. Developing news in West Hollywood this morning. LA Water and Power officials expect to reopen Sunset Boulevard sometime tonight.
Let's see if they're still on pace for that. Let's go out to Gigi Graciette and check in on how things are going out there. Gigi, good morning.
Good morning. We're on Sunset and Horn. This is on the north side, right across the street, Holloway. And all eyes, literally and figuratively, are on the hole that's behind that orange and white barricade. That is where the section of that pipe that burst was replaced. And then as they were about to start repaving the street, everything was going really good, a pinhole leak appeared. And now...
We lost Gigi.
Okay, we're going to check back in with Gigi. I think we lost her connection out there. All right, now on to this, though. Happening today, LA City officials are bracing for the official release of the latest homelessness counts. The report by the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority is due out at 1 p.m. today. But preview numbers, first reported by Fox 11, show a troubling reversal following 2 years of declines. So according to sources with knowledge of those findings, homelessness in the city is up roughly 3.5% this year to just over 45,000 people. The report says the growth was driven by a nearly 8% rise in what's considered unsheltered homelessness, people living outdoors, in tents, or in vehicles. Mayor Bass is already out with a statement pinning some of the blame, at least on Washington and Sacramento. Part of her statement reads, quote, "For 2 years straight, we drove down homelessness by historic margins. But as expected, last year, our efforts ultimately couldn't keep up with policies and funding cuts at the federal and state levels that pushed more people onto the streets." According to the latest data, thousands of people in LA County are on the verge of homelessness. Nearly 300,000 eviction notices were filed in the past 3 years. This is all according to the Los Angeles Housing Department.
And that's just for the city of Los Angeles, by the way. The LA County Affordable Housing Solutions Agency was created to help people stay in their homes. And Brooke is joining us now with some valuable information on that end.
That's right. The money is there. A lot of money is there. The information is there. You just have to use it. You may remember at the beginning of the year, $11 million was awarded to 10 community organizations, all focused on preventing evictions. And as we ease into the second half of the year, the people over at La Casa want you to know there is still money available if you find yourself in a terrible position.
Experts say the most effective strategy to combat homelessness is preventing it in the first place.
You can be a senior on a fixed income who's done everything right your whole life, and then an emergency happened. You're forced into a decision between paying your rent, or your rent was increased $200. You don't have $200. Or a medical emergency happens and you have to make a difficult decision.
Emergencies happen, to say the least, right? But Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson says La Casa is here to make sure losing your job doesn't also mean losing your home.
So the focus is stabilize families, protect children, seniors, strengthen our communities, our families, our neighborhoods. If we do that, we can help prevent that neighbor from having that catastrophe.
While there are a number of government agencies that are there once homelessness happens, hoping to fight this ongoing humanitarian crisis, Mayor Richardson says La Casa is the first countywide agency shifting upstream from that to keep you in your home.
We can help you with your rent, if you find yourself in legal proceeding, we can also help you with right to counsel. This is the first time we have a countywide coordinated system to prevent homelessness from happening, and this is called Rent-A-Rate.
You know, they say once you get out of the housing system, it's just harder to get back in. So don't be embarrassed. Reach out for help. That web address is lacasa.gov/get-help. We have it there on the bottom of your screen.
And so more affordable housing is also a big part of this conversation, right?
Right, because you don't want people looking for places to live. And we do know a lot of people are struggling to find affordable places to live. So that's also part of what La Casa does. Their mission, they've told me, is to help build affordable housing with the use of Measure A funding. So along with the prevention aspect, they've let me know this year they've awarded $250 million in construction grants.
Wow, so there is some help out there. You can't be embarrassed. You just have to go and and get the help that you might need.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting that they provide legal aid, help, emergency, honestly, like money to pay your rent. The whole point is that they don't want, that's the first step, right? Like they don't want people sleeping out on the streets if they can stay in their apartment.
Right. It's that arm to lift you up.
Of course, that's the goal, right?
Before it even gets to this even bigger battle that as a county we're dealing with.
That's right. Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke.
All right, Stu, over to you.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Skybox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Take a look at that 101 Drive Friday Light-esque. Well, you know what? It's almost just after 8 o'clock, so we expect a lot more traffic. Take a look at that. Not moving so bad. Southbound lanes heading out towards the 405. It's a little slow and go right at the 405. Once you pass it, though, and get through Studio City, that 101 ride into Hollywood looking great. Northbound, you got a little bit of slow before you get to the go. This is just past the 405. As you make your way out to the West Valley, it opens up. It starts moving well. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots, shall we?
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quilban. We do have another hot day today, and it will continue on into the weekend as this big dome of high pressure continues to dominate our weather. It's going to strengthen. We will get some of the hottest temperatures this week, today, tomorrow, even Sunday. And then as that high kind of pushes back toward the east a little bit, I would say Monday you'll start to notice a little slight difference in the temperatures, maybe less hot. I will say Monday along the coast, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, temperatures will tumble just enough to where we'll get slight break, but that high will rebuild just in time for the end of the week next week into the upcoming weekend. So another round of really hot temperatures. Until then, please remember to limit your outdoor activities. We do have several heat alerts in place, including extreme heat warnings for the inland areas and also high surf along the coast. I know a lot of you will be heading to the beach to try to cool off. Temperatures on the sand will still be above average, but definitely more comfortable than inland areas. All the areas shaded in the orange here with the heat advisory for the possibility of heat-related illness, and then more likely as we get into the inland valleys out towards the deserts, extreme heat warnings for that major risk for heat illness. Harmful levels of ozone as well. This area here, parts of West Covina out towards the valley. You want to stay indoors for that reason as well, especially if you have any upper respiratory issue. 4 to 7 foot sets rolling in for portions of Orange County. South-facing beaches a little bit bigger. So this is what I'm talking about, that beach hazard. And we do have some high tides coming in later this evening between 5 to 6.5 feet. So that'll cause some minor coastal flooding as well, some of those low-lying parking lots. 82 in Inglewood today, 101 in Bakersfield, 116 in Indio, Thousand Oaks out in Ventura County. We're looking at upper 80s by 1 o'clock later this afternoon. Stay heat safe, guys. I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Maria.
Okay, so every day more and more people are packing into the courtroom to watch the David murder case unfold in person.
One observer has been documenting his perspective on social media. Let's take a look.
So here's my part 1 video on me going to David. I'm tired of looking at the media and the he say, so I want to go there myself and see, like, next thing you know, the bailiff, he's like, do you want me to bring him in to the judge? And in the whole room, like, you just feel off. I'm not gonna lie, like, everything that I saw today, it just pretty much disturbed me. At first, I was cool with people being fans of David, but after what I saw, if you still support David, when I get to the house, I'm going live later and stuff like that, and we're gonna get into some things.
That is actor and model Mason Monroe from Hollywood watching the case on the news. You know, it's one thing, right? But being inside the courtroom has become really its own phenomenon. We've seen this before. A lot of true crime junkies, podcasters, streamers like yourself showing up and filling those seats. So you've been there since the very beginning. My first question to you is, what drew your interest to this case, and why did you decide I'm gonna go from just watching it and consuming it to now I want to be right there where it's all happening?
You know, honestly, on the side of what I do, I like to help find missing kids. Like, I'm not an organization or anything like that, but I have a big following. So, you know, I like to make people aware. And I am from Hollywood, and that's where she was missing at. So I was getting Amber Alerts of her in real time, posting her photos. So I was actively looking for her
So
at the
you became
time.
invested in this?
Yes. So when I heard that she was in a Tesla, I just felt compelled. It was like a lot of he said, I wanted to know what actually was going on. You know what I mean?
Is this the first case you followed like this?
And actually went in person, yes. Like, yeah, the only case I've ever been like this with was like Chris Watts, you know? But other than that, other than that, I've been like really into this because it's sad. She's a little kid, you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. At the end of the day, she was just a child. I believe, what, 11 years old when she allegedly met him, 14 when she was murdered.
Well, they met in 2020, and she was murdered.
2020.
Yep, and she was murdered when she was 14.
That's right. Wow. So what have you've been in the court for how many days?
About 5-6 days.
Okay. Okay, throughout this preliminary hearing as well.
Correct.
What have you learned so far?
I learned that David actually was the only last person that was seen on that with the Tesla. I learned that a lot. He did have a motive. There was like cut up pieces of the pool. You know what I mean? There's a lot of evidence against him. And I feel like a lot of that is not being told. So a lot of people are like, maybe he's gonna get away, maybe, you know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna get away with it. At first I did, until we seen the dismemberment pictures. We had to see it unblurred.
So everybody in that courtroom saw those graphic photos.
We saw it.
I'm not gonna ask you to go into detail about it, but as somebody who is in that courtroom, seeing those images, what was your reaction and how did that make you feel?
I almost threw up. If I didn't eat that morning, if I ate that morning, I would have threw up.
Yeah.
It was disturbing. And then seeing David not care, leaning in and like looking, you know what I mean? Like it turned him on or something like that. It disturbed me. You know, I literally went to therapy yesterday from seeing the photos and seeing his reaction and like seeing that he doesn't care. It was really disturbing. I've never came across anything like that before.
It's the lack of reaction we keep hearing about, where he seems just completely, whether he's not paying attention, uninterested, or just completely disassociated himself from what's going on. I have no idea what's going on in his mind, but talk a little bit about the fact that he's just kind of physically there, but not really there.
Not really there. It's like it's like in his mind, it's like a video game. He's just seeing what happens next. It's like he doesn't care. It's like there's nothing there, you know? And I just feel like a lot of people are like, well, you know, he's into gore and stuff like that. I feel like you say that you're innocent, right? So if you're innocent and you see these graphic photos of someone that, let's just say that's your friend or someone you care about, you're gonna feel some type of way, even if you are into that. You know what I mean? If you're innocent, you didn't do it, and you see your friend like that, human nature, you're gonna be like, that's my friend. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you feel some type of way?
So he clearly, as you said, was devoid of emotion. What about her family sitting there, her stepmother and her father? And they made the decision too. I think their attorney had warned them, this is what you're going to be seeing, you know, dismembered photos of your daughter.
Sorry.
They chose to stay there. So how did they react when those photos were shown?
So Beth, she told the mom to put her head down before they showed anything. The dad, he looked really angry, but the mom, her head was down and she was just crying. So yeah, it's just been really sad. And it's like, how can you have no emotions when the mom is right here behind you crying? You know what I mean? Like,
any supporters of David in the courtroom?
No. And anybody that was there that was a supporter, they're like, we don't mess with David anymore.
So in the beginning, there were some people there?
Not people that support. They were like people that were supporters before it happened.
I see. Okay.
So it's like people that were like, oh, I admired him. I can't believe he did this. I need to see this, that kind of thing.
I imagine you're learning also a lot about the court process and a case like this, which you're probably not as familiar with, right?
Correct,
Talk a little bit about that experience.
Honestly, I just feel like it seems like a soap opera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's its own drama.
It's its own drama. It's like when you go in there, it's a whole different show. Just being very frank.
Everybody has their own place where they need to be. There's some structure to it.
Exactly.
I'm sure the judge is encouraging people to, if they feel like they're going to get too emotional about some things, to leave the courtroom.
Yes, absolutely.
So walking through this whole process, I guess once this preliminary hearing wraps up, what's your plan from then? Do you plan on doing more of this and attending more of these court cases, these high-profile
Absolutely,
ones?
yes. I think I want to do more high-profile cases for sure. A lot of people have been sending me things, so I think, yeah, why not, you know? And I also want to say justice for Celeste. I have to say that.
Do you feel like those who are following you, talk about that, are you gaining more followers? Are people asking you questions? They're
every day
invested,
I'm getting questions.
They're invested in this case. Why is there so much interest in this?
I think from the people I've met, half of it is like people that were fans of him and they can't believe that's something that he did, and then other people, it's like young people, you know what I mean? So they're like, oh my God, what if that was me, you know? So there's a lot of scared little girls out here. I let people come up on my panel and like ask questions and say how they feel, talk about it. There's people that's the same race as her and that is affected, you know what I mean?
It's a convergence of a lot of different things, I think. It's like, you know, as a parent, God forbid you ever lose your child, but especially in that vicious kind of manner. So as a parent, it hits you. It has money. It has, you know, possible motive. It has a little bit of everything, which is just fame.
It's everything scary.
Right. Aside from the graphic pictures, which obviously were traumatic to see in person, what else has really stood out?
Honestly, just him not caring.
His demeanor.
His demeanor. I would think he would show at least some type of emotion or say something. I would, you know what I mean? That's what I would think. But just seeing him so careless every time, and it's like the people that are there, we're observing, we're being so emotional, you know what I mean? A lot of us don't even know each other, and we came in and when we walked out, we're all like, are you okay? Are you okay? Hugging and kissing each other, not kissing, but you know, like, it's like we like trauma bonded, so it's just been like.
I think that, you know, I give podcasters and streamers a lot of credit because you are in the courthouse and you're making these cases more transparent and more accessible for people to where they feel like, you know, maybe they're inside the courtroom as well.
That's what I want people to feel. I want people to know exactly what's going on. You know, a lot of people like to look for headlines or make up things, like not to stick up for David anything, but I seen at one point someone said he was like sagging, but he had a whole jumpsuit on. So it's like a lot of people say things for a headline, you know?
Right.
So that's why I really want to go there and let people know what I'm seeing and what's going on, so people know.
And also putting it in terms that maybe it's easier for people to
that
digest.
makes sense for people.
Right? When something is reported sometimes on social media versus on the news, it comes across differently, right? It connects to people differently.
But here, you know, you're making it, you're speaking in their language, you're meeting people where they are.
Yes.
What have been some of the major questions that you've been getting from your audience as it relates to this case?
A lot of people have asked me, did he really do it? Like, what's the evidence? They've been asking me a lot about the photos. A lot of people are just worried that he's gonna get out, but it's like those 3 felony charges are huge charges. You can't get out of that, any of that.
Yeah, well, the preliminary hearing is to see if there's enough evidence to force a jury trial. And in your opinion, I mean, you've been seeing the evidence firsthand. What do you think?
It's definitely enough evidence.
Yeah.
It's definitely enough evidence, yeah. Before I actually went, I thought, oof, will he get away with this? You know what I mean? Everyone's comparing it to OJ. I'm like, will this be another OJ Simpson? But then when you actually go there and you're seeing the judge, you know what I mean, and seeing her do her work, she's not playing. You know, the judge, I love the judge. She's not playing. Beth Silverman is not playing. I have really good hopes, and I'm feeling high hope for them. They're powerful, strong women, and they know what needs to be done.
You're going today?
I'm gonna go today. Yeah.
Okay. And how can people follow you to get some more info?
On Instagram and TikTok, it's ITS Mason Monroe. So it's Mason Monroe.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Mason.
Thank you.
You both look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. The inaugural Los Angeles Indie Book Crawl kicks off today. The 3-day celebration is taking place at 13 independent bookstores across the Southland. So here's how it works. Drop by any participating shop, spend at least $10, and get your passport stamped. Collect all 13 stamps through Sunday to win a commemorative goodie bag and a shot at $325 in gift cards. For more information on specific locations, you can just head on over to laindiebookcrawl.com. Shops are grouped across several main hubs, the San Fernando and San Gabriel Valleys, Central Los Angeles, the West Side, and the South Bay. 8:34, stay with us. Good Day LA continues after a short break.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This dangerous heat wave continues, so I really want to caution you about what you have planned, not just today, but into the weekend. Hot, humid days will continue, and it's tough to overcome or get some recovery during the overnight hours because of the warm nights. 80s, 90s, and plenty of those triple digits into the weekend. Teens into the low desert. We do have those extreme heat warnings that will be in effect. I would say by next week, Monday, Tuesday, you'll notice that it'll be a little less hot in some areas as we get into Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday of next week, we'll heat up again, though. So for now, let's think about the things that we need to do to stay heat safe. Hydrate, of course, drink lots of water, take numerous water breaks, especially if you have to work under these weather conditions. You want to get into some shady areas. You want to get into air conditioning if you can, and wear the appropriate clothing if you are out and about. Lightweight, light-colored clothing really does make a difference. A hat will make a difference if you are outside in this heat. You want to check on our friends, your elderly neighbors, particularly the young kids, and of course our pets. Please take care of them. Know the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. This is really important. You could save a life. If someone's complaining of being faint or is feeling dizzy, there's excessive sweating there, cool, pale, clammy skin, you want to get them indoors, air conditioning, get them some water, and put some cold compresses on them. If you see someone experiencing, complaining of a throbbing headache, maybe there's no sweating there despite the heat, red hot, dry skin, that rapid, strong pulse. That person could be suffering from heat stroke, which can be fatal, so you want to call 911 when you see someone experiencing those symptoms, okay? These are the days when you can get that. 105 in Woodland Hills, 100 in Ontario today, 105 in San Bernardino, to 116 in Palm Springs. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Another hint, of course, grab that sunscreen and maybe a beach chair, too, because the U.S. Open of Surfing returns to Huntington Beach tomorrow. Organizers are expecting huge crowds and some of the best surfing in the world. Coco McAvoy is live there with a preview. Good morning.
Good morning. This is a huge event every single year. Like you said, huge crowds come right here to Huntington Beach for the U.S. Open of Surfing. I'm really excited to introduce you now to a local who you likely know, Luke Gonaldo. So, Luke, you know, you are a local. What are your feelings going into this weekend to a 9-day competition as a local?
I'm feeling really excited, really nervous, really confident, everything under the sun, yeah.
I can imagine, because in your view, do you have sort of an advantage since you grew up surfing these waters here?
Yeah, I would say I have a bit of an advantage growing up here. I'm pretty familiar with the wave. I surf here just about every day, and yeah.
And do you remember the moment you were inspired where you were like, I want to be a professional surfer?
I think I knew I wanted to do it as a kid, but it wasn't until I turned like 18, around that time, I dropped out of college, and I really was like, okay, well, this is the path that I'm going to take, and I'm really excited to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been great for you. You obviously had great results in South Africa as well. And so how does that kind of fuel you into this 9-day competition?
Yeah, I mean, so the U.S. Open's a part of the Challenger Series, and it's a very, very hard circuit of contests. And so going into it, I wasn't sure if I was ready, you know, like you only practice and hope that you can be ready when the time comes. But yeah, doing Bolito and doing well as I did gives me a ton of confidence and just kind of proves that I am as good as I think I am, and I'm capable to do what I think I am capable to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're rooting for you. And for people who aren't familiar with surfing, I know you said you grew up going to these events. What is it like for people?
It's amazing. Like, even if you're not competing, it's just such a good atmosphere, good vibe. Like, if you've been to California but you've never been to the U.S. Open, you've never been to California, honestly. Yeah.
I like that. Well, thank you so much, Luke, for talking to us. I like that. If you've been to California but you haven't been to the U.S. Open of Surfing, then you haven't even been to California. That is like the best way to put this. You've got to come and enjoy this. It's actually free to come. You'll just park, obviously, near the pier, and you can walk over. You can come with your family. You can come with your friends. You can come alone. You're going to meet people and have a really good time. I'll send it back to you.
Coco, we have a question back here. The gentleman you're with, is his hair really that blonde, or does he do highlights?
I knew you would love his hair. Okay, so they love your hair. They want to know if you do highlights or if that's your natural color.
No, it's my natural color. I've never gotten
like?
I guess the combination of the sun, the salt water, and
youth.
Yeah, just
that's right.
That combination kind of changes your hair over time, I guess. But yeah, I've never bleached it or anything.
Wow.
So just fortunate.
He's follically blessed.
Follically blessed.
I love it.
Follically blessed. Yes. I like that. Follically blessed. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we have some major breaking news. You want to hear this? LeBron James is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers for his 24th season. As we know, he made the decision to leave the Lakers. People were wondering, is he going to go back to Cleveland? Is he going to go to Miami? But just confirmed that he is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Wow.
Now, we don't know much more outside of that.
Wow.
But
that's big news.
That's some big news, right? Are you shooketh?
My gob has been smacked. I am flabbergasted.
How are you going to top that?
I don't think I can. 76 trombones. I don't know.
Right?
Whoa, that's big news.
Big news.
Wow. Well, I'm sure we'll get more into that.
Yeah.
As
how much money?
As it develops. Right. 76 million? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah,
well,
more than that.
More than that.
Yeah, more than that
Yeah.
for sure. Guys,
Yeah.
you know what day it is. TGIFF, thank goodness it's Furry Friday. You know, since it's Friday, good day, Lady DJ. Drop the meowsic, please. Hey, look at Casper in the freezer.
It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot. You know why? You won't catch me outside. Hey. What you got in that freezer, by the way? I see 2 spoons. I see some ice cream.
Some frozen pizza?
Yeah, some frozen pizza in there. Sounds good. Yum. Next, Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn and Baldwin Hills. And Brooklyn saying West Coast is the best coast. I would put money that Brooklyn is a watchdog. Yeah.
Chihuahua.
I know. They're sometimes the biggest watchdogs.
I know.
And
Ears like that?
Right? Good Dusty in Westlake. Looks like my grandma's dog.
So cute.
Dusty's saying, what heat wave in their flannel?
He's a woodsman.
He's Look at that. Going to Big Bear. Look at that. Next, we've got Hurley in Grand Terrace. And Hurley wants everyone to know it's Formal Friday.
You know, I love when people dress up their pets like
I
that.
do, too, with the tie.
Yeah.
It makes
Bob DeCastro could borrow that tie.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's right. Bob,
He owns that.
that is actually Bob's tie. Next, we've got Bear in Beaumont. Who's trying to say, hey, look at me. I love the weekend.
That's a really great picture.
I know. That's a cute one of Bear. Next, we've got Alice and Corba in Brea.
Tarnation.
They're saying this living room ain't big enough for the both of us in this grand saloon. Howdy. Back at you, Alice and Corba. If you want to see your fur baby featured right here on Furry Friday, just email furryfriday@fox.com. I can't remember the last time I heard tarnation.
It's going to be a rootin' tootin' good time.
And don't forget, y'all, you got to send me a pic with their name and the city you live in, because sometimes I just get the pet picture.
Right. Yes.
And we're playing Scooby-Doo over here. And I'm trying to figure out who, what, where, when.
We want to know where you're at.
That's right. That's right. We also want to know what your biggest pet peeve on a plane is. And so far, it's tied up now with noisy and filthy.
Filthy flyers.
Yeah. Go to foxla.com/vote to let us know what you think. Alan in San Pedro says, the passenger that can't wait their turn, Alan,
yeah,
and pushes their way towards the front after
little patience never hurt anybody, right?
Yes, Alan, I am with you. Gabe in Westlake Village says, you forgot the biggest in-flight offenders of all, people with bare feet.
No, that was an example.
I've got lots of pictures. Gabe, what do you do on the side? You've got
lots of pictures.
Where are you putting those pictures, Gabe? Tanya in San Bernardino. I need you to bathe.
Yeah.
Caps. Do not have a full workout and not shower before you're
Come on, man.
I can handle kids and noises because I have noise-canceling headphones. You can't run from funk.
Nope.
Yuck. Yeah. Wow. Alicia in San Gabriel says, we are in a small enclosed space for hours together. Please keep your germs, crumbs, and grossness to a minimum until we get off.
And to that I say, people are disgusting.
That's right. Stephanie in Highland, that's true. When the plane lands, everyone stands up and you sit there.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just human nature. People just can't help themselves.
Suzanne in Topanga, stinky passengers with stinky lap dogs. Whoa. That's the worst. Bathing both should be a prerequisite before boarding a plane. Can you imagine if they smelled you to see if you can go on the plane?
Oh, my God. And then good old Harold from San Bernardino.
Tried and true, our loyal Harold. I can take a flight and tune mostly everything out, but a filthy flyer I have no tolerance for, along with an inconsiderate flyer who reclines their seat.
You know what? Harold seems like a very polite human.
Gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah, a gentleman, if you will.
I'll tell you though, Harold, I'm gonna push back a little, not literally on the seat thing, because if I got somebody in my lap,
you're gonna have to go back.
What are you gonna be, like squeezed like a sardine?
Yeah. We're dominosing it.
Right.
We're gonna have to all lean back,
and that's the problem, right?
That's the problem.
To me personally, I would rather have no reclining capabilities on any of these planes. just sit pin straight, just like right.
I can't with the people
good posture.
When the flight is done and we landed and they're waiting to get up and they're like this.
That's always.
And they're crouched up. Sit down.
With their backs.
Just sit down.
Yeah. Every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst is like when you're trying to fall asleep, and you get this, and like Your head jerks back. I hate that. It's so
Have you ever slept with you put the tray table down and you like sleep like
yeah,
this?
but then you get like spina bifida.
No, but then someone pushes back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But have you ever had somebody fall asleep like this?
On your shoulder?
On you.
Stop.
Yeah, and then how do you tell them to stop?
You push them off.
You just push them off? I would just, I would be the kind of person who just let them do it for the entire flight.
Shove to the head.
Jen, you're just knitting a sweater, a blanket.
One time I was sleeping, and when I opened my eyes, the guy was like trying to cover me with the blanket. The guy next to me. It was really weird.
Cover you with the blanket?
Mm-hmm.
Around your head and then
Why's your... No.
Sorry, I like horror.
You gotta
go there with it.
Anyway, I digress.
Eli
Let's
Roth.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, we hear it. I think we all have been there. All have been there.
Yeah.
And those sick, I always get stuck with the sick person sitting next to me.
Oh.
Immediately I know I'm going to get sick.
Yep.
You know what? The last flight, that happened.
Happens every time I'm on a plane.
Good Day LA Traffic, sponsored by law offices of Jacob Ronnie and called jacob.com. We do have this issue working. This is due to a big rig that's stuck in lanes. It's just stalled out. Eastbound side of 10 at Etiwanda Avenue through the Fontana area. A heavy-duty tow truck is on the way. Just a little hint of slowing there. And a look at your real-time traffic. I'd call this Friday light, under a half an hour from downtown through Mid-City to get to Santa Monica, which will be a very popular spot. 19 minutes in northbound 110 from 405 and inbound along the 60. Give yourself 27 minutes and a little slow, but not too bad, along the westbound side of 10 at San Pedro Street through the downtown area. Meanwhile, the eastbound side, moving at a good pace. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
Hey, Good Day LA weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. A look outside, it's not too bad at LAX. We do have the heat and we've got a lot of sunshine. Area of high pressure is in control of our weather. The active weather wasn't too bad yesterday or even this morning. That high pressure system is building back toward the southwest. However, it's over more like the Texas area, but it is going to strengthen today, tomorrow, and we are anticipating again some very hot temperatures today, tomorrow, into Sunday. We have some air quality concerns here for portions of LA County, but those heat advisories and extreme heat warnings, the areas shaded in this purpley pink color, the farther inland you go, the hotter it will be. And so that risk for heat illness is much higher and major as you get farther inland. So please stay heat safe. Make sure you do all the things that we've talked about, drinking lots of water, find some shade or air conditioning. If you're headed to the beach, 77 to 82 there on the sand with those surf heights a little on the higher side, 4 to 7 feet. 93 degrees for downtown LA today. Cooling down a little bit. I'm not going to say it's cool, but it will be less hot as we get into early next week before it ramps up again by the end of next week. So we'll look forward to Monday or even Tuesday, Wednesday for the valleys and the IE. We'll be back down to the upper 90s. Up into the mountains, 87 in Big Bear today, so really hot, nearly 90 tomorrow. There's a 10% chance for some of that shower activity this weekend there. 105 in the high desert, and of course much hotter in the Coachella Valley, that extreme heat warning there. 116, possibly 118 by tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, raise a glass. It is National Tequila Day.
Cheers to that.
Imaginary.
Cheers.
Sandra wants some, she just said. Okay, well,
She needs some.
Yeah, the Mexican spirit made from the blue agave plant. In order for it to be legally considered tequila, the drink must be made in specific regions across certain Mexican states.
I'm going to ask that next time somebody orders around.
Right?
I'm going to say, is this real tequila?
Yeah, is it from Jalisco?
Yeah.
Anyway, many restaurants are offering special deals if you're in the mood to indulge, like Applebee's and Chili's, both featuring deals on margaritas. So, Sandy, on your way home, stop by
That's
Chili's.
right.
I don't
Little
need an
lime,
excuse.
a little tahini on the
But I have one
rim,
now.
please and thank you.
I
How
like
do you
that.
take your
Cadillac.
margaritas?
Cadillac.
Cadillac, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Does that mean salt on the rim, or what does that mean? What's a Cadillac margarita?
I don't know.
What makes a Cadillac margarita?
I don't know.
All right. A floater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like ice on the rocks. I don't like that. I don't like the Slurpee.
No, I don't like the frozen margs
slushy.
either. Yeah.
That's it. situated here. Okay.
Got that Friday energy.
It is Friday. Welcome, Sandra.
Thank you.
It's 9 o'clock. Glad to have all of you with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's going to be a great day, right, Maria?
It will be a great day. It will be a hot day, but at least now we can plan for the weekend and plan for the heat. The heat wave is still here with us. If you're on the sand along the coast, we're seeing some patchy clouds, but also a little bit of a sea breeze. That being said, though, if you're just a mile or so inland, you're feeling the heat and the humidity as well. So a lot of discomfort out there. So you're gonna have to try to find all different ways of staying cool. Right now it's already 81 in Woodland Hills. It is 79 in Corona, 80 in Ontario, 84 in San Bernardino. The farther inland you go, the hotter. 101 already in Palm Springs. Even up into the mountains in Big Bear, it's almost 80 degrees. High temperatures today will range from around 87 in Big Bear, 116 in Palm Springs today. That extreme heat warning is in effect for a large part of the inland areas, including the deserts, of course, some of the Inland Empire. 105 out towards the valley, extreme heat warning there. Downtown LA, 93 heat advisories in effect along the coast as well, 77. We have some beach hazards. We have a slew of weather alerts in place. I'll go over them in just a few moments. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Maria. Happening today, the preliminary hearing for singer David enters day 4. Prosecutors expected to lay out more forensic evidence they say ties the artist to the murder of a 14-year-old girl.
Mario Ramirez is live outside the courthouse in downtown LA with the very latest. Mario?
Sandra, Roxy, in about 30 minutes or so, that preliminary hearing will continue. Day 4, as you mentioned, here at the Criminal Courts Building downtown. Now, yesterday, we heard a key piece of evidence that prosecutors say has been able to link Celeste to both the vehicle, that Tesla, and the Hollywood Hills home. A tiny toenail clipping that's been connected to bloodstains found in both. And for a lot of the people who have been inside, those court observers, much of these details gruesome. It's been difficult to hear. Take a listen.
It's horrifying, and it's just something you would never imagine.
Prosecutors trying to connect multiple pieces of forensic evidence. We heard from an LAPD DNA analyst testifying that Celeste's DNA profile developed from a tiny clipping of one of her toenails, matched swabs taken from suspected bloodstains in the rear trunk of that Tesla and around the garage of the Hollywood Hills home he was renting. The court also heard testimony about tiny blue plastic fragments recovered from Celeste's body during her autopsy. An LAPD criminalist testifying that 3 of those fragments fit into tiny holes in a blue inflatable plastic pool found in the garage of the home, almost like how they described it as jigsaw puzzle pieces. Additional pieces of plastic also found in Celeste's clothing, including a Forever 21 tube top, a pair of leggings and socks. And prosecutors also focused on digital evidence they say tracked Burke's phone and Tesla from the Hollywood Hills into Santa Barbara County. We heard from an LAPD detective saying the phone and Tesla traveled together into the county 3 times and at least twice passing an area near State Route 154, a remote area where a Caltrans worker later found Celeste's passport ID card. Court observers say one detail about that digital trail particularly stood out here.
David Anthony Burke drove to Santa Barbara. Not only was his phone record there, but the Tesla was there too, allegedly.
And one thing I never thought about, Tesla charging stations for your car. I didn't know they can find where you've been charging your car.
Celeste Rivas Hernandez, just 14 years old when she died, the young girl at the center of this case. And we just saw Prosecutor Beth Silverman walk into the courthouse. She's presenting this evidence as she tries to establish probable cause, the legal threshold needed at this stage to send the case forward to a trial. Burke is in court each day, watching, listening to the testimony, very stoic. And the charge is once again first-degree murder, continuous sex assault or sex abuse of a child, and the mutilation of human remains. If this goes to trial, if he is convicted on all counts, he faces the possibility of life in prison without parole, and we'll, of course, be tracking it here, and we'll have another update coming up. For now, that's the latest here at the Criminal Courts Building downtown. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Mario, thank you. And there's developing news this morning. A stretch of Sunset Boulevard is still on course to reopen tonight, a week after a huge water main broke and flooded West Hollywood.
Let's go to Gigi right now with an update on how things are going. Good morning.
Good morning. No official update from the Department of Water and Power. We did reach out to them, but as of 7 o'clock last night, they said they were still on goal to reopen Sunset Boulevard by the end of the day. And just a short while ago, we saw what appears to be maybe a sign of progress. We saw a dump truck dumping some, we believe it's that aggregate material, they call it, basically rock and sand, which is part of the process to start filling up the hole before the asphalt can be laid. So that appeared to be a good sign. It was an extremely busy day yesterday for the Department of Water and Power, not only here on Sunset Strip, but also about a mile away at Santa Monica and Laurel. Take a look at that. We wanted to give you an update because yesterday we had breaking news during Good Day LA. Another leak had popped up again on Santa Monica and Laurel. That caused minor flooding, left behind a muddy mess, and forced the DWP to shut off water to several businesses, so they had to close. We're told, though, that crews have now completed the repairs there. Water service has been restored to those businesses, and Santa Monica Boulevard is open again. Now, yesterday, of course, the big crews, about 250 DWP members working in shifts assigned here to Sunset and Holloway Drive. They kept up the work. They were doing really good work. It was really progressing nicely. That pipe that had burst on Thursday of last week, sending millions of gallons of water flowing down Sunset, Holloway, and then Palm. Well, that stretch, that piece had been replaced, but then as they were about to lay down the asphalt, there was a pinhole leak that was discovered. So that sort of brought work to a halt. That had to be pinpointed, that had to be fixed. And again, as of 7 o'clock last night, they said they were on target to reopen today. Now, we're looking at the work here on Sunset Strip, but DWP says a lot is also happening behind the scenes.
We're doing testing. There needs to be a period between testing to make sure, the regulators want to make sure that the water is now high quality drinking water. So that's what we mean by behind the scenes. There's the water quality work, and then there's the road work itself.
Come from something. Now, this morning, we spotted all of this water flowing into a sewer. We're told this is part of the pressurization, the draining of that new pipe, and where that pinhole link was. They basically forced water through there. But again, no official update from the Department of Water and Power. They do appear, though, to be working towards the goal of reopening Sunset tonight. But yesterday, they made a really important point. They said, we said the end of the week. That could be Friday. That could be Saturday. That could even be Sunday. So we'll see how far they can progress today. And by the way, once they do lay down the asphalt here, it will only be temporary. We're told they're going to have to come back in a few weeks. They're going to have to finish up some striping. There's work that needs to be done on a sidewalk near the bus stop across the street. So they're going to have work crews in the area for a long time. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
Yeah, big undertaking, that is for sure. All right, thank you so much, Gigi. Happening today, LA city officials bracing for the official release of the latest homeless count. The report by the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority is due out at 1 o'clock today. But preview numbers first reported by Fox 11 shows a troubling reversal following 2 years of declines. Now, according to sources with knowledge of the findings, homelessness in the city is up roughly about 3.5% this year to just over 45,000 people. The report says the growth was driven by a nearly 8% rise in unsheltered homelessness, people living basically outdoors in tents or vehicles. Mayor Bass already out with a statement pinning some of the blame on Washington and Sacramento. Part of her statement reads, "For 2 years straight, we drove down homelessness by historic margins. But as expected, last year our efforts ultimately couldn't keep up with policies and funding cuts at the federal and state levels that pushed more people onto the streets."
And according to the latest data, thousands of people in LA County are on the verge of homelessness. Nearly 300,000 eviction notices were filed in the past 3 years, according to the LA Housing Department.
That is just for the city of Los Angeles. The LA County Affordable Housing Solutions Agency, or LACASA, was created to help people stay in their homes. And Brooke is joining us now with more of that valuable information.
That's right. It's there. but you have to use it. You might remember at the beginning of the year, $11 million was awarded to 10 community organizations, all focused on preventing evictions. So as we ease into the second half of the year, the people over at La Casa want you to know there is still money available if you find yourself in a terrible position. Most effective strategy to combat homelessness is preventing it in the first place.
You can be a senior on a fixed income who's done everything right your whole life, and then an emergency happened. You're forced into a decision between paying your rent, or your rent was increased $200. You don't have $200. Or a medical emergency happens, and you have to make a difficult decision.
Emergencies happen, to say the least, right? But Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson says La Casa is here to make sure losing your job doesn't also mean losing your home.
So the focus is stabilize families, protect children, seniors, strengthen our communities, our families, our neighborhoods. If we do that, we can help prevent that neighbor from having that catastrophe.
While there are a number of government agencies that are there once homelessness happens, hoping to fight this ongoing humanitarian crisis, Mayor Richardson says La Casa is the first countywide agency shifting upstream from that to keep you in your home.
We can help you with your rent, if you find yourself in legal proceeding, we can also help you with right to counsel. This is the first time we have a countywide coordinated system to prevent homelessness from happening, and this is called Renter Aid.
And once you get out of the housing system, experts say it is just simply harder to get back in. So they want you to stay there and never be evicted in the first place. So don't be embarrassed. Reach out for help. We have a website for you right there. It is lacasa.gov/get-help. Oh, I thought we had it on the screen. Sorry about that.
Do you feel that in reporting all of this, more people are inclined and know of these resources, or a lot of people just don't even know it exists?
I wonder how many people know it exists, but that's why we're here, right? You know, and I think sometimes there are so many people that get kind of, in this place where, well, wait, I'm being evicted. I don't think I did anything wrong. What's going on? And so that's why the money is there for legal aid, assistance in that form, and also just if emergencies occur. Like an emergency could be you got really, really sick and you were in the hospital and couldn't work. And a lot of places don't offer vacation time or sick leave. And, you were just like, you're just without. Yeah. And a lot of people are living check to check. So many people at different levels of income, we know are living paycheck to paycheck. And so, especially people at lower incomes, they're just, you're one emergency away. And just I think, when you're in a comfortable space, what you think of as an emergency is so different than what an emergency actually could be, Yeah,
I mean, life happens and things happen, and you just never know. So you can find yourself in a position you never planned on being in. We do have the website there now on our website, or on our air, just to check that out.
It's kind of confusing. The La Casa is an acronym that that it's new to many of us, right? And so, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brooke.
All right, let's check in with Maria with the traffic conditions out there on this Friday.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. This traffic report is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. We're going to zoom into one of our live traffic cameras right now, show you where it's moving. Not as quickly, but it is moving on the 210 freeway eastbound at Day Creek Boulevard. You can see there's still some volume on the road, but drive safely as you head out. Try to stay cool. I know it's hot out there. Drive times in and out of downtown LA on that westbound 10 going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405. It's about 27 minutes. Not too bad, actually. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, just 18 minutes there. And on that west 60 between the 57 to the 5, 24 minutes. Now let's take a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Hi, Amanda.
Amanda.
I'm like, what's up? Amanda sent me a video, I was saying, on why Geminis and Virgos are obsessed with each other.
That's what
it was very funny.
That's why we vibe really well. My earpiece fell out. But yeah, I love a Leo too.
Don't feel left out.
Virgos and Geminis vibe. So good morning to all the signs today. This is a really sweet story that I'm excited to share with you. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Now, many of us have been lucky to be in a school play or even take a drama class, right? But there are also many of us, especially in this city, where acting is their life, their legacy, and their livelihood. Cal State Northridge is celebrating 70 years of changing lives through their annual Summer Teenage Drama Workshop.
According to William Shakespeare, all the world's a stage. And according to CSUN, in the past 70 years, they would agree. Not just a stage, but a stage for all when it comes to the Teenage Drama Workshop, aka TADWA.
Loud, clear voice.
Led by Program Director Eric White.
A place for kids who have dreams of drama. The good kind of drama, right, Eric?
We hope, every year, we hope for the good kind.
Some people say teenagers already come with so much drama. You don't even need a workshop.
This is very true.
Getting to be part of this now for 10 years, getting to be here and watching these kids fulfill their dreams, having an audience, take a bow, be on stage. Tell me what that means to you.
You know, it's funny, this year, I think I actually hit exactly what that feeling is, because every year I'm like, what do I have to change about our approach to TADWA? And this year it was, we want to make sure that these kids are doing things that they didn't know they could do.
This summer, the two productions are The Wizard of Oz and The Addams Family. With many roles within each cast, the energy and excitement was infectious. I even jumped in.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. How many kids are in the program this summer?
We have 85 this summer.
85. And every single student, every single teenager has a part.
Every single one, literally. Our scholarship program is open to anybody, and we turn nobody away.
You have kids that are from Palmdale. You have kids that are here in Northridge. All over Southern California, you open the doors, the stage doors, if you will, to anyone and everyone.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, TADWA's been doing that the whole time. It's always been that just because we're in the valley doesn't mean that you can't come experience it, you know? But we've also found that we've had kids who come from out of state. We have one from Arkansas this year. Her dad did the program when he was a kid, and now she's here.
You come from Palmdale.
I do,
to
yeah.
Northridge.
I do.
Why is it important for you to be here, especially this summer?
I did TADWA ever since I was 12. And it means a lot to me because it taught me how to really be open. And it taught me the opportunities, and I've met so many people. Friends, and some that I call family.
Well, I did live in Altadena, and then right after the fires, we were moving all over LA, like to Airbnbs and to hotels. I've gone through so much, like I was affected by the fires, and just that experience has given me so many emotions to now work with, and TADWA has given me such a place to work through those emotions and such a safe community where I feel like a family.
This is my 5th and final year, but I'm so happy to be here. And
bittersweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've really fostered my love for theater here, and I'm so excited to keep pursuing it after. This has really brought me up, and I'm so thankful for it all.
Break a leg. You don't say GL. You have to say break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg. Now that student from Palmdale, he wakes up at 4 in the morning to travel from Palmdale to go to Northridge. He's been doing it for years. This has been a place of reprieve for so many. This has been a healing place. As you heard, one of the young girls was affected by the fires, and this was a place for her to heal in that way. It's a place to be yourself and express yourself, and they've been doing this for 70 years, and I want more people to know about it because enrollment for next summer is now open. And don't let price be a deterrent for you because they have scholarship programs, because if you are watching and you're home from school and you're a teenager and you want to get involved with drama and acting, this is a great program. Everyone gets a part. So everyone gets to be on the stage and experience what it's like to be on stage. You can go to the website. We can put that on the screen. We have it. csun.edu for more information. It's called TADWA, Teenage Drama Workshop. Right there. You want to take a picture. and go to TADWA is what they call it.
During the summer, there's so many like theater camps. They're very, very popular for kids who don't even do theater regularly, but I've noticed there's a surge of them wanting to experience theater during the summertime.
It's great.
It's really great for their confidence and just public speaking, right?
Yes.
Right. Just
and
expression.
making friends.
Yeah. Getting out of their own reality.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
One of them was graduating, and he's been doing it for years, but he said he made lifelong friends. And I love this program. I was introduced to it. I wanted to do a story on it because as a thespian, you know, it warmed my heart to see that there is a place for everyone during the summer if they want to act. But you asked me about the tongue twister. So ladies, I'm going to lead you in a couple tongue twisters. Okay. Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This is a nice view here of Port of Los Angeles in Wilmington. Can you tell? It is going to be another hot day today, so please take the necessary precautions to stay heat safe. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. We're still under the influence of this big dome of high pressure. We've been talking about it all month, really. We are tapping into this subtropical moisture from the south and southeast, so you're feeling a little bit of that humid air. We are looking at some temperatures that are well above average. So extreme heat warnings are in effect for the desert communities out towards the Inland Empire. We're talking about the 1 teens, so the risk for heat illness quite high, actually, major risk. And then a little bit less, but that heat advisory is in effect elsewhere. So drink a lot of water if you have to be out and about, particularly wear the right and appropriate clothing for the heat. And this is another reason why you should stay indoors. We do have some harmful levels of ozone, the smog a little bit extra out there, parts of LA County particularly. So that, especially if you've got any sensitive issues with upper respiratory issues, you really do want to stay indoors and limit that activity outdoors. 85 is the high temperature, is what we're expecting in Inglewood, 116 in Indio, 102 in Bakersfield. Just a quick peek at what we're expecting. Woodland Hills, plenty of those triple digits through Sunday. Maybe a little less hot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then it'll start warming up again by next week, Thursday. Stay with us. We'll be right back with much more.
Taking a look at our top stories right now, the LA Department of Water and Power expects to reopen a flood-damaged stretch of Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood by late tonight. The reopening comes after a week of repairs to a ruptured 36-inch water main. Crews are now slowly refilling and repressurizing. Meanwhile, water quality testing will continue before returning the repaired pipe into service.
A preliminary hearing resumes today for singer David to see if there is enough evidence to try him for the murder of 14-year-old 14-year-old girl whose dismembered body was found in the trunk of his Tesla. An LAPD officer testified that DNA connected from bloodstains found inside of David's home matched those of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The murder charge includes the special circumstances allegation of lying in wait murder for financial gain and also killing a witness in a criminal investigation.
The report by the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority is due out at 1 o'clock this afternoon, but preview numbers first reported by Fox 11 show a troubling reversal following 2 years of declines. Sources telling Fox 11 homelessness in the city is up roughly 3.5% this year to just over 45,000 people. In a statement, Mayor Bass placed some of the blame on federal and state lawmakers for cutting funding in programs forcing people onto the streets.
Deleted chats and public trust. LA Mayor Karen Bass facing new scrutiny this morning over how her office handled city records. According to an LA Times report, the mayor's press office communications through WhatsApp messages, which are programmed to auto-delete every 24 hours. The move raises some questions about public record laws. City rules generally do require records to be retained for at least 2 years. The Times reports that disappearing chats included an unpaid consultant who later took a job representing the company involved in the recent Boyle Heights warehouse fire. The Times has filed a records request and is suing the city over similar disappearing messages from Bass herself after the Palisades fire.
A new call pressuring Kentucky Republican Senator Mitch McConnell to either provide a clear update on his recovery from a fall or resign. New York Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tells reporters that Senator Mitch McConnell needs to provide a full, transparent update on his health or quit. She says Senator McConnell's last update lacked clarity. Ocasio-Cortez tells news media if McConnell can't sufficiently answer Governor Andy Beshear's recent letter requesting an update on his recovery, then McConnell can't effectively serve Kentuckians and should step aside. The 84-year-old senator has been absent from the Hill since he was hospitalized in June.
Major water deal could spare California from even deeper cuts to the Colorado River, at least for now. The LA Times reports that federal officials will accept a state-led plan requiring California to slice its Colorado River intake by 12% through the year 2028. Arizona and Nevada will take even steeper cuts. While the reduction will hit SoCal cities and the Imperial Valley farms, it will spare the region from severe mandatory rationing that could have been twice as deep. Experts are warning the deal is just a temporary fix as Lake Mead has dropped to record low levels.
Agoura Road is closed this morning for the next 11.5 hours to let construction crews safely work on the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing in Agoura Hills. Caltrans has closed Agoura Road between Rondell Street and Hyde Park until 9 o'clock tonight. Free shuttle service will be available for pedestrians and cyclists to navigate around the closed section of Agoura Road. Motorists will be detoured to Highway 101 between Chesborough Road, that is, and Liberty Canyon Road. The closure will allow crews to safely perform concrete pouring work as part of the ongoing construction of the wildlife crossing. The project is in its final phase of construction and it's expected to open December 2nd.
An update this morning on the condition of Jackie, the big bear bald eagle. She's currently under the care of specialists at the Ojai Raptor Center. Officials said yesterday that Jackie's still in critical condition and needed a blood transfusion. The donor blood was from Spirit, a bald eagle at the Bakersfield Zoo. It's been almost a week since Jackie was rescued near Big Bear Lake after fighting a couple of younger bald eagles. Vets at the Raptor Center say that Jackie was likely already sick at the time of the attack and was uninjured, while they are still trying to figure out why she's suffering from severe anemia and the inflammation of kidneys. They say she's alert, feisty, and eating.
The eagle continues to perch and eat, and there is slight improvement in her energy. Her condition remains critical at this time, and this is not a straightforward case, so we are consulting with several specialists.
The facility has gotten more than 14,000 donations in Jackie's name. Meanwhile, back at the Big Bear Nest, Shadow and two other eaglets have been holding it down. Shadow continues to fish, providing for offspring, Sandy and Luna. The trio have also been seen defending the nest from other eagles.
Wow.
While there was a rumor, I don't know if you guys heard about this, there was a rumor another lady eagle has tried to move in.
Oh my goodness.
Wildlife experts say it's unlikely Shadow would be looking to replace his mate so soon. They say that Shadow would likely stay a bachelor until his hormones kick back in, and that they think would happen later this year. So there was a rumor that he'd moved on, maybe was checking out, you know, other eagles.
Yeah. And the lady eagle being a little aggressive right there, huh? Poor Jackie.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Poor Jackie. That's all I gotta say. All right, we do have breaking news right now. Skyfox over a tense situation in downtown LA. This is the 6th Street Bridge. Stu, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, ladies. Good morning to everybody. Yes, a person up on one of the arches right there. LA City Fire Department and LAPD, they're working to communicate with that person and talk him down off that arch in a safe manner. You can see the LA City Fire Department, they have that ladder extended up to that person. Earlier on, they had it much closer, and then he started rocking it, so they kind of backed that off a little bit. Now, there is also one of those giant airbags placed down below that arch. While all this activity is going on, this bridge itself is going to be closed in both directions. They're going to try to talk that person down. Hopefully he's going to come down on his own. Right now, though, obviously no time frame on when that bridge is going to reopen, and negotiations definitely underway. I'm Stu in Skybox, sending it back to you all in the studio.
All right, still keep on top of that story and see what happens there. Thank you for that update. On to this now. Taco trucks, beach bars, and world-class waves. Summer in Southern California is about to hit peak festival mode.
That should get you excited. The U.S. Open of Surfing returns tomorrow to Huntington Beach. Coco already there. She's doing a preview of all the action. Hi.
Good morning. A lot of excitement here in Huntington Beach ahead of the U.S. Open of Surfing. It is always a great annual event with amazing surfers from all over the world. And with that, I'm excited to introduce you to Leah Diaz. Now, you are making history as the first person from Costa Rica to participate in the World Long Beach Tour, Longboard Tour. You know, what are your thoughts about that?
Oh my God, it's such a wonderful experience. It's such an honor just being able to be here and represent my country and show everyone that Costa Rica has great surfers, and it's just amazing. I'm really, really grateful to get to do this.
Well, we're so excited for you. I know the whole country of Costa Rica is rooting for you as well. And you were telling me that you used to do a shortboard, but you switched to longboard. For people who are unfamiliar, what's really like the difference?
The difference, I think shortboard is a lot faster, more aggressive, and longboard is more slow, graceful, elegant kind of surfing. And yeah, I switched 3 years ago, and it changed my life.
And how do you compare the surf in Costa Rica to here in Huntington Beach?
I think they're both great. It's very different. The biggest difference is that the water is a lot colder, so you need wetsuit. But I think the waves here are great, and it's such an awesome vibe. I've had a really fun experience here so far.
We love that you're having fun, and I know that this is your rookie year too. And so, you know, how do you prepare for a huge competition like this?
Oh, I've been training really hard with my coach, Kat Slatinsky, and just watching last year's comp, see what the judges are looking for. I came here 10 days ago just to get as much as prepared as possible, and yeah, just get to know this wave. It's a little tricky, but it's so fun.
And I can tell by talking to you that you absolutely love what you do. You love longboarding. And when did you know that you wanted to do this professionally?
I think around a year and a half ago, I realized my potential. I was like, okay, I'm going to go for the WSL now. I did some more Central American-based and Latin American-based contests, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot my shot, and it all worked out, and it's awesome. I'm so happy.
We're happy for you. Thank you so much, Leah, for talking to us. And We're rooting for you. Like I said, she is making history. How cool is that? You've got to come here this weekend. It starts tomorrow. 9 days of amazing surfing. Great event in general, too. It's very family friendly. It's free to get in here. So you can, of course, come with your family, come with your friends, or even if you come alone, you'll meet lots of nice people who are enjoying it as well. And like the director was telling us earlier, you don't need to know anything about surfing to enjoy this. I have been sitting here watching the surfers. It is so amazing to watch them work the waves. They're incredible. So you're going to have a good time no matter what. I'll send it back to you.
It's a great time. It's incredible what they do, and surf's up, right? There's good surf out there for them to really show their stuff.
Also, I was thinking there must be a little bit of a breeze, right? It must feel good where you are right now.
Oh my gosh, it feels so amazing, especially with the heat wave that we're experiencing. Right. You really can't feel it here. Like, we're getting an amazing breeze. Yeah, it's like the perfect weather.
You look comfortable
during a heat wave, especially.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, enjoy, and good luck to all the athletes out there, all the surfers. Maria.
Speaking of that breeze.
Our resident surfer here.
That's right.
Wow. It's been a long time since I've been on that longboard, but I can tell you the difference between the waves here in Hawaii. They're really fast in Hawaii, but here it's kind of a slower ride going into shore. So that adds to the fun factor, definitely, for surfing here in Southern California. And it is much more comfortable if you are headed to the beach. Definitely a big relief from the heat inland. We've got hot temperatures inland with those extreme heat warnings in effect for those triple digits. But along the coast, which, by the way, it is still above average, much more comfortable than inland for sure. We want you to limit your outdoor activities because of this big dome of high pressure that's really in charge of our weather across the southwest, producing the heat and also the humidity. We're pulling up some of that subtropical moisture. As that high strengthens a bit as we get to the weekend, we're going to look for even hotter conditions. As that high then starts to weaken, I would say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, it'll be just slightly less hot. If you can call that just some relief or reprieve from the heat, at least for a couple of days or so next week. So hang in there, but at least it's the weekend. You can try to find fun ways of staying cool. It's also a little humid out there. Water temperatures are actually above average right now, so that's adding moisture into the atmosphere, and so that's why you're feeling a bit more of that humidity. So relative humidity values also increasing. We're typically seeing and used to RH values in the 40s and 50s, but right now we're looking at this 76% Santa Ana, same for Santa Monica, 60% in some of those inland areas. That's a little bit more than what we're used to. There's that water temperature, like I said, 5 to 7 degrees above average. So again, with that onshore flow, that just adds more water vapor, more moisture. So make sure you do the things that we advise to do during this time. Drink a lot of water. Take numerous water breaks. Take breaks from the sun. Get inside in some air conditioning if you can. And wearing the right clothing actually makes a huge difference. Light color, lightweight clothing, and a hat. And let's remember to always check on our friends, our family, especially our elderly and the kids. And take care of our pets, too, because it is hot for them. Very hot. Thousand Oaks, 89 by around 1 p.m. this afternoon. And out towards Riverside, 100 by 2 o'clock this afternoon. Back to you.
Thank you, Maria. So during the busy summer months, no one wants to spend a lot of time in front of the mirror.
Here with some fast fixes for your beauty routine is New Beauty's Senior Editor-at-Large, Sarah Eggenberger. Welcome back.
Hi, ladies. Beautiful.
Thank you.
As always.
Ready for the weather.
Yes. All right, where do you want to start?
So we're going to start with eye patches because I love a good eye patch, and I love a good eye patch that stays on because we put them on, we start moving around for breakfast or in the house or whatever. If it slides down, that's just disgusting, number one. Number two, it's just so inconvenient. So this is Biodance's eye patches. You have to feel this because it is just like the perfect amount of moisture to it, and it stays in place, and it also has this texture, which is what helps it to stay in place. There's 2 in here. I'm going to use my finger. It's a little slimy because it's fresh.
Okay.
But I actually use these, of course, like in my under eyes, but then I also go like on my forehead where I also have more wrinkles. I have like a scar from having like the skin cancer surgery, so I put over that.
Wait, is
so
this...
you can also place in different areas.
Is the rough part supposed to be...
That's on both sides. So that actually helps to keep the texture so it doesn't fall down.
So it doesn't fall down. See, it's not falling down.
Look, it goes nowhere. And there's so much moisture. And it actually does absorb really well into your skin because this will slowly start to dry up, and you can tell that, okay, now it's time to take it off because it's done its job.
Oh, cool.
It's happened to me where the eye patch has like dried dried up, and it kind of hurts if you leave it on too long.
If you leave it on, and it's a big, like, that's actually bad for your skin because now it's actually pulling the moisture away from your skin.
Okay.
So when people sleep with them, that's not always the best way to use it. It's the application.
I also like to put them in the fridge.
Oh, the best. The best.
Helps with the puffiness.
We're going to move to hair because hair is a big deal in the summer because of the humidity and everything else. This is Amika, and this is going to be your primer detangler. It's going to do everything for you that you need with your hair. I love this because I wear extensions, and so you can spray it in your hair. Yeah, it works great for the extensions. It also helps to, like, just get all the snarls out so you're not pulling as hard. It has a nice, like, a fine amount of oil in it, just a real light amount so it doesn't weigh your hair down, but it hydrates. And then you're also going to have your heat protectant in here as well. So it does everything all at once.
So like wet hair.
Wet hair, ideally. You can do it on dry hair, but I like it best on wet hair. And it smells amazing.
Yeah, I wanted to smell it.
This is a product I actually got from my hairdresser, which are like the original influencers, is like hairdressers and makeup artists, right?
Right.
Ooh, it does smell good.
So I always advise them for the hairdresser.
Party over here.
A party with Amika. All right, talking about hair. When it comes to using the proper techniques to actually dry your hair, this is Shark's Everything Ion Curl Style. It does everything you'll ever need. It acts as a typical blow dryer, so you can blow dry your hair, but then has all these other attachments. So whatever style you're looking for or whatever kind of hair you have, it has a match for you. So if you want to do like the dry brush, you have that. If you want like a sleek look, you have that. You have all the different things to create the curls, the volume. So every piece all fits onto here. It's super easy to use. You just rotate it on. Sorry, let me just grab this. Just rotate this arm. Maybe I can.
Of course, on camera it decides not to work. It's okay.
Okay, anyways. This rotates. There it is.
You got it.
So it rotates around, you just press it, and then you put the different attachments on here. So it's super easy. This is to get a nice, like, curl. Like, if you just want, like, the volume curls, like the nice rolls, that gives you, like, the perfect style. It does look like a vacuum attachment. Shark is also known to have great appliances and all their household items. Okay, this is something that's unique. This is Lisa Eldridge. She's a line from England, and this is a pinpoint concealer. So different than what you use under eyes. This is going to help when it comes to like breakouts or moles or like a little spot that you just want to conceal. It goes nowhere. Like, it stays exactly where you want it. And it covers just precisely, and it blends so beautifully into the skin. I love this because it works really well on men and women. Like, it's a great universal product. It's great for kids. And like, if there's anything you want to just cover, you just dot it and it's gone. Like, and it stays like a pimple. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's so perfect. I actually love it for like little capillaries too, because it really helps to neutralize the redness without being too much.
Okay, very good.
So very key. I love this in actually my purse because it's a great thing. Like, if you just need a little like pick me up.
And what's this?
So this is a really fun product because who cleans their makeup brushes consistently? Probably like nobody, right?
Don't
like
shame
the shaming of it. So this is going to clean your makeup brushes. It's like a dry brush for your makeup brushes. So you put this on. You can just spray it right on your brushes because it helps to absorb all the oil and the bacteria. And then if you take it the extra step of even wiping it, if you can, you don't have to. Look at all that makeup that instantly comes off, which is so crucial, and it smells so good. So then your brushes smell good, which is extra motivation. But this is going to help you to clean your brushes. And look at how much comes off with just one spray. Like, it just keeps going and going and going. So this is a great way to make sure you clean your brushes because that holds a lot of bacteria and germs. It can lead to breakouts and other things.
Also,
and so we want to make sure
the application is better with clean brushes.
Yes, you get it.
And oftentimes I see makeup brush cleaners that are like these big jars. This is like such a this is great for just throwing in.
Exactly.
Your makeup bag.
That is so nice. And again, like, you don't have to wipe off with your makeup brushes. You can just spray it on and it helps to clean them too, which is really key to it all.
Very nice. Very cool. Good ideas
for us. For all of the latest beauty trends, head to newbeauty.com. Sarah, you're going to join us again.
Thank you.
I'll be back.
Okay,
Can't get rid of me.
Sounds good. What are we talking at 10?
We're talking about summer beauty.
Summer beauty.
All about our summer side.
Okay.
Some fun things there.
Well, it is National Tequila Day.
Woohoo!
That's right.
Yeah.
Sandra's ready to party. Today honors the Mexican spirit made from the blue agave plant. In order for it to actually be legally considered tequila, did you know the drink must be made specifically in certain regions across certain Mexican states? So there's that. Check out some local businesses to see if they're offering any specials today. Things like Applebee's, Chili's, hey, they have something going on, both of which are featuring those deals on margaritas.
Any excuse to drink
you don't
a
need
margarita.
one.
You don't need one,
You
but
don't need
today
one.
especially. National Tequila Day, Maria.
Yeah. I heard you say you wanted a Cadillac one.
Yeah.
That's when you order. That's when you use top shelf.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, like
Okay.
you use like extra
stuff?
añejo
Yeah.
tequila versus the white, the blanco.
Okay.
You know, the ones that you would just like.
Yeah. Got it.
This one's the good one.
Okay.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
The top shelf. Hey, make sure you balance that out, okay? You do tequila, you do water, tequila maybe, a lot of water on days like today. We've got the high surf and that beach hazard statement if you're headed to the beach. Yeah, it's a little cooler along the coast most definitely, but it's still going to be above average. And we do have those dangerous rip currents in the water. Leave it to the experts. Watch the surfers and that U.S. Open in Huntington Beach tomorrow into the weekend. 3 to 6 foot sets mostly, 4 to 7 for Orange County, San Diego. Those temperatures on the sand 77 to 82. A little added humidity, feels warmer than that. 93 for downtown LA. We're going to hold that through the weekend. And then maybe you start to feel a little drop in those temperatures on Monday, more so Tuesday, Wednesday. Still well above normal, though, when you talk about the temperatures, but maybe not quite as oppressive and a little less of the humidity. But the heat will come back as we get to the latter part of next week and into next weekend. So just enjoy those couple of days of the break. 105 in the valleys today, tomorrow, and then maybe upper 90s for Tuesday, Wednesday. Up into the mountains, it's also very hot in Big Bear, 87 at the lake. 10% chance for some showers Sunday, Monday. Same for next week, Wednesday, Thursday. A little bit of that instability mixed in with the humidity coming up from the subtropics. 105 in the high desert and much hotter even in the low desert communities like Palm Springs. 116, possibly 118 tomorrow. So you really want to do the things to stay heat safe, get in air conditioning, and take those numerous water breaks. Next week, maybe down to 112 on Wednesday, but it'll be back up by the time we get to next weekend. So stay heat safe out there, you guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Maria. The Hollywood Walk of Fame Selection Committee announces its class of 2027. So here's a list of some people who will receive stars next year. In the motion pictures category, you have Cheech and Chong, Idris Elba, Kate Hudson, Delroy Lindo, and Sam Rockwell. And from the TV world, David Alan Grier, Lisa Kudrow, Bill Lawrence, Raven Simone, and Pedro Pascal. Recording artists being honored include Karol G, David Guetta, Smashing Pumpkins, Linkin Park, and Lil Wayne.
Nice.
What a list.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff.
That's going to be fun.
We'll be right back.